Alright, so for the install of the rear shock closeouts, the fiberglass panel, you can see this one's already been installed. There's quite a bit of trimming involved with it, namely for this rear portion here. What we did is we changed the flange of the rear seat. The mold hasn't been updated yet for these panels, so what you have to do is trim a section of this flange right here off so that it will sit behind the rear seat flange. You'll also have to trim, there's a flange on the other side of this that it's like a return that points towards the outside. You may have to trim that one down about halfway so that it will sit all the way to as far outside as possible. And then you'll also want to check this area up here to make sure that it's not coming into contact with the roll cage down tubes at all. Over here, if I move the seat belt out of the way, there's a section up here that you'll have to trim back because it comes up and then there's a flange that points out, and what that does is it kind of pushes the panel towards the inside, and as you can see, eventually the weather seal will have to slide over the flange of this panel and the body flange, so we need to take that one off. You may also have to trim a section down here, again, to be able to get it to sit back as far as possible, sit as far to the outside so that these two flanges here, I can just peel this back. So you can see there, you want it to sit as flush against the body as possible so that the weather seal has a nice tight fit around it. And then once you've made your trims, you may also have to trim a little bit around the roll bar cross tube here, again to make sure that it sits all the way to the outside and fits down against the floors. Once you've done that and you're sure that it's fitting correctly, it's again all the way to the outside, you get a nice even contact here and down on the bottom here. If it's sitting correctly, then you can go ahead and sink the Phillips head self-tapping screws, 2 in the bottom flange, and then you can see there's another 5 going up the top, 2 above and then 3 below. You can see the spacing there. And then once everything is a go and you're putting the finishing touches on the interior, when you don't have to come in and out of here anymore, what you can do is seal up this bottom edge here with the black RTV. That way, you know, if you're coming in and out to do other things, you're not putting your hand in and it's not getting dust in and things like that. And then any of the marks that you may have made from the paint pen or maybe a silver Sharpie to mark your trims, you want to wipe those off with some acetone so that you don't see those against the black panel. And then after this is done, you can then install the aluminum closeout panels, which is part of another video.